Stop fighting the heat, okay? The heat will always come. It's now approaching summer and I'm in Florida. Some people might be saying, oh, that's so sad. But this 90 to 100 degree temperature is not easy enough and you have to work with it, okay? So I'm here to tell you, work with it, don't fight it. Do what you have to do and make your garden thrive. So I'm gonna go right into it. The first thing, as I said, is stop fighting the heat. Plant what works in the heat and what works in your area, okay? The first thing I did, I chose the right crops. I have here roselle and I have okra. These were started less than 2 weeks ago and now they're above the worst and they're striving, okay? And I'm feeling good, and these are not the only ones. If you want to see here, I have some others here. This is an okra plant, believe it or not, and it is going on good. These are my 2 zucchinis that I replanted and here they are going, and I have a roselle right there. So okra, roselle, 2 zucchinis. I have a tomato plant that was just extra that I stuck in there and they are going. There you have it. Work with the heat and work with what is working with the heat. I also have peppers that are going. Now is a good time for peppers, transplants that is. And I can show you something. Let me show you something here. One of my peppers, the same one that I put whatever. Look at this giant. Look at this. This is no stopping, and I have some more coming along here. I don't know if you can see this little one. Yeah, there you go. And it is now going. My tomatoes are doing well. You understand? And ooh, I have more underneath here, and they are going. So my objective here is to tell you, work with the heat. Okay? The other thing is, you know the heat is on, the beds are drying up faster. Mulch. Mulch like you mean it, okay? Mulch, mulch, mulch. Of course you saw my video, or hopefully you did. Cardboard, extra things that you can add inside it to make the soil what you want, and add extra things. Right here in my bed, if you come right here, let me show you. You can see how I added things, okay? The leaves, I made them stay. Everything is still here. Whoa, and this soil is getting so rich. It is looking so dark. I like how things are coming along, you know? So that is what happens when you mulch, because things thrive, okay? Things thrive when you mulch, because now they can tolerate the heat, they can withstand it, their roots can stretch, and they can get stronger, okay? So let's move in right along. My next point relates to watering. It's not about how many times you water, but how you water, okay? Because here, this is early in the morning, the beds are not so dry, but it's not about watering 10 times or 15 times for the day, but it's how you water. And my thing to you is water deeply, okay? So you take your time and small, frequent works out more than one big gush. Okay, because you think you're doing something and nothing is being done. You ever planted something, you watered it, and then you come around here, let me show you something. You watered and you say, you check the soil, you use your finger, as I told y'all before, use your finger and go, you know, just dip down, and you can see the very top is wet, and I'm telling you, the bottom is not that moist. You understand? It needs some more. So that is my point to you. Slow, frequent is better than short and hard, always, okay? So take your time so you can penetrate the ground, your soil, whatever it is, effectively, and then your plants will benefit more, okay? So remember that. All right, so I'm moving right along. The next thing is heat-tolerant plants. Oh yes, I've shown my rosemary so many times. Everybody should know it by now. And everybody should have a piece of rosemary in their garden by now if you're watching me. This is a very good herb and a good one to have. But what I do love about it is it takes the heat like a boss. Nothing bothers it. If the soil is dry, that is what it wants. If the soil is rough, that is what it wants. And if you forget to water it, it doesn't bother. It keeps going, it keeps growing, okay? So choose your plants wisely. And this is just one. This is my rosemary. There are others that you can plant, like peppers. Look at my pepper here. I was kind of worried about this pepper, I'm going to be honest. But here it is, and look at that. No, this is amazing. And here you have a pepper, and if I cut this now, it's gonna spring more. It's gonna force the plant to produce more, because that is how they compensate. And you know what I did? I stuck a little, this is a roselle right beside it here, and it's doing well. It is loving the heat. So that is the other point too. In terms of companion planting, it's not just about grabbing plants and stuffing them together. What grows how and what they like. These are both sun-loving plants. Both plants can thrive in the heat. Both plants can thrive in rough, neglected soil, and here they are. And I have produce to show, okay? So that is what you ought to do. Be strategic. Don't fight the heat. Tend to yourself, because it is better you be strategic with the plants and then you come out of the heat, because they're doing much better than you, I promise you. The other thing is feeding the soil. Let me show you something. Just as what I was showing you earlier. It's not about focusing on the plant itself, but the soil. If you are feeding the soil, then the plants will reap. So my compost, my mulch, yes, my compost is my fertilizer, my compost tea, and I use my seaweed fertilizer as well. But at the end of the day, all of that is giving back to the soil, okay? You can't get any richer than this. This is soil. I have mulch, I have debris, and everything here is breaking down day by day, making it richer and feeding the soil, feeding the plants more and more, and bringing forth new life within the dirt itself, okay? So always pay attention to that. Know what you're doing and know what you're building, because your plants, your harvest will benefit. And as I mentioned, harvest, I'm gonna be doing my first harvest, my first shopping here in my little garden, so stay tuned, okay? And if you're just joining, Deb here, 2 raised beds to freedom, freedom gardening, fast producing raised beds, easy economical DIY, organic, minimal space, minimal effort. You're in the right place. You're invited. Come along. I love good company, and we can sow together, grow together, harvest together, okay? So we're gonna keep it moving. The other thing is timing matters. You can't be in the dead of heat and starting to sow cabbages. It is not going to work, okay? These cabbages I have here, okay, I bought them as transplants, and I planted them or replanted them in the early part of the year, you know, like the late February, the beginning of March. And to be honest, these cabbages will soon have to go. They can't manage the heat. They won't grow. Of course, they will continue to grow, but in terms of folding more, no. So you have to know what you're doing. So depending on where you are, what zone you are, you know what to plant. Because I'm telling you, there's somebody somewhere in another zone starting cabbages and have big cabbages to show as well. And this is where I stop, okay? I can't compete with them because the heat is on for me, okay? The other thing is to use containers strategically. Of course, my mint that I couldn't put in the bed because it will take over, but the mint is getting everything it needs here, okay? I am meeting its watering needs. It is in the right soil. It is getting the right amount of heat that it needs to spread. So sometimes somebody say, oh yes, containers, but sometimes that is best for you wherever you are. Work with it. And look at my basil. Look at my basil. Somebody would say, oh, wow, this would do better in the garden, you know, in the bed itself. And yes, it may in terms of pest prevention, but I'm telling you, this has grown like 3 times the amount that I thought it would, and in a pot. And this is in the heat, okay? This is in the heat. This is surviving the heat. This is surviving the heat. So know what you're doing. Be strategic. Don't be worried because the heat is on. It bothers you more than the plants. So as long as you set them up for success, they are in the right soil, getting the right water and the right type of watering, they are good, okay? And as I said, timing matters. And you using your containers strategically, okay? The types of containers. If you note, by the way, these are plastic containers, okay? And in the heat, they hold a little bit more water, hence more moisture, and the plant can feed for longer. If the plant does not like that, like the rosemary, then please put it in a different kind of pot, just as how I put mine in the terracotta pot, okay? So choose those heat-loving plants, plant strategically, water deeply, and your garden will blossom. I have a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, wow, your garden is so green, your garden is, and I'm telling you, I'm not doing anything special. I'm not doing anything special. You understand? Of course, I tend to it in the morning, some evenings if I can, and it better learn to survive. And that is why it has been getting this tough. The other thing too is providing the plant what it needs to grow. This is my cucumber, my cucumber plant, and my backdrop here is its trellis. Look at this. Look at this. It is doing what it must, and this is in the heat. This is in the heat. This can survive the heat, and I see blooms more than anything. Look at this here. Look at this. I have one more surprise. Look down here. This right here is a chayote. Chayote, and look at it. And it's going right along. I'll tell you one thing about this. This was planted against the odds. It was rotting, half rotting, but it was still growing. And I took it and said, let me plant it, see what came of it. And voila, look at this, look at this. And when I have produce, I'm going to show you. And this is another one that can tolerate the heat. And it is in a pot by itself, just in case you are wondering. It is in a pot by itself, right down there, that I make sure gets enough water. So, in case you're wondering about the heat, what to do or what to not do, okay? Just follow suit. Because there are things that you can do that will make your garden thrive, heat or not. And this is a perfect example, okay? So chug along with me. We are growing together, we're sowing together, and we're going to harvest together, heat or not. Because sometimes too, the heat is what we need. Because the heat will make the plant stronger and you stronger. We all will learn, okay? So stick around. Deb here, signing out. See you in the next one. Bye.